The history of paper and printing in China. The invention of paper. The invention of paper is often attributed to China, dating back to the early 2nd century CE. During the Han Dynasty, a court eunuch named Kai Lun experimented with various plant fibers, including hemp, mulberry bark, and bamboo, to create a new writing material. His process involved pulping the fibers, mixing them with water, and forming thin sheets that were then dried. This innovation marked a significant technological advancement, as previous writing materials like silk and bamboo were expensive and cumbersome. The spread of papermaking. The invention of paper quickly spread throughout China, and its use became widespread in government, education, and literature. Papermaking techniques were also gradually transmitted to neighboring countries, such as Korea, Japan, and Vietnam. By the 8th century, paper had reached the Islamic world, and from there, it continued its journey westward to Europe. The development of printing. While paper provided a more accessible and affordable writing material, the process of copying text by hand remained labor-intensive and time-consuming. This limitation hindered the dissemination of knowledge and information. In the 9th century, a significant breakthrough occurred with the invention of block printing. This technique involved carving characters or images onto a wooden block, applying ink to the surface, and then pressing the block onto paper. While block printing was a major improvement over manual copying, it was still relatively slow and limited in its flexibility. The movable type revolution. A more revolutionary development came in the 11th century with the invention of movable type. This technique involved creating individual characters or glyphs that could be arranged and rearranged to form different words and sentences. Unlike block printing, movable type offered greater flexibility and efficiency, as it allowed for the rapid production of different texts. While there were earlier attempts at movable type in China, the most significant advancements were made during the Song Dynasty. The impact of printing on Chinese society. The development of printing had a profound impact on Chinese society and culture. It facilitated the mass production of books and other texts, making them more accessible to a wider audience. This led to a significant increase in literacy and education, as well as the growth of intellectual and cultural activities. Printing also played a crucial role in the preservation of Chinese classics and historical records. The spread of printing technology. Printing technology gradually spread beyond China, reaching Korea, Japan, and Vietnam. In the 15th century, Johannes Gutenberg introduced movable type printing to Europe, revolutionizing communication and knowledge dissemination in the West. While China was the birthplace of paper and printing, the full potential of these technologies was realized in Europe, where they contributed to the Renaissance and the scientific revolution. The legacy of Chinese printing. Despite the eventual dominance of European printing technology, the legacy of Chinese paper and printing remains significant. The invention of paper provided a fundamental building block for the development of writing and communication, while the innovations in printing technology laid the groundwork for the mass production of books and other materials. The contributions of Chinese inventors and scholars to the history of paper and printing continue to be recognized and celebrated.